and I don't do like heavy edits anyway. Like I'm probably the most authentic podcast out. Like I didn't prep you. Everything is gonna be authentic.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't prep
Gotcha.
stuff like that. So I wanted to be coming off natural and all
Mm-hmm.
that shit. You know that. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. You ready?
I'm ready.
What time is it?
It's 12:04.
Damn, I'm late. Damn.
All good.
What's up, y'all? You're now tuned in to the Just a Tip podcast. It's me, Tiptastic, and I know it's been a minute. It ain't been a year though, so I'm not tripping too hard, but it's been a minute, and I'm gonna get right with y'all on that. But as you can see to my right, I have this beautiful, intelligent, lovely director, producer, writer, editor. Did I forget anything? Oh, my bad. I forgot. Award-winning director, Miss Denise Mone't. We in the building, man. How you feeling today?
Good. I'm feeling really good. It's a little chilly in here, but we're gonna warm it up a
You
bit.
said warm it up. Oh, we definitely gonna warm it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was talking to you before we got on, and I asked did you watch my podcast,
Yeah.
and I'm glad she said no.
Yeah.
I don't get offended by that, y'all. I'm just telling y'all, I don't, not at all. So the first segment is 7 minutes to get your shit off.
Okay.
I'm gonna help you with that 7 minutes.
Okay.
So the first 7 minutes is you can say anything you want, give out shout outs, talk about yourself more so more people can know you, get them Instagrams out. If you want to talk about things that's going on in the world, Shannon Sharp. If you want to talk about anything that's going on, else in the world, you can do that, and you have 7 minutes to do that.
Okay.
So your 7 minutes starts now.
Well, first thing, you did forget one. I am also an actress.
Actress.
Yes.
How did I forget that?
I don't know, because that's how I started. A lot of people don't know that. People mostly see me behind the camera as a director, writer, and producer, but that's my first love. I started off acting in 2014. When I graduated college from SAM, I auditioned for a play and I got the lead role. And so I just said, okay, I like this. And then I had an audition for this play in Atlanta. Okay. And I said, all right, if I make it, I'm going to stay. If not, I'm going to drive back home. So me and my dad packed up my car. We drove that 12-hour drive. I went to the audition. Next thing you know, my dad was taking a Greyhound bus back because I made it. And I wasn't even like a big role at first because it was a guy that used to work with Tyler Perry. His very first play, I Can Do Bad All By Myself. Yes. His name is Tiger Graham. Okay. And so he's in that play. And so he started doing his own plays. And so I auditioned and I got like a supporting role. But as we were rehearsing, I ended up taking the lead role, and I felt bad because the girl who had the lead role, she's the one that hooked me up with the audition. Ooh. So I felt kind of bad, but I mean, I couldn't deny the talent. Like it was, you know what I mean?
So is this the part of the 7 minutes you gonna like apologize to her?
Hey, I'm sorry if you still follow me on social media, girl. It's all love.
Ooh. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, but that's how I got started. And so then I started taking acting classes with Greg Allen Williams. I got signed to Privileged Talent, and I started auditioning for a bunch of stuff, like all the stuff that they shoot out there in Atlanta. And so that was pretty cool. But then I ended up figuring out that I had a cyst in my foot. So I had to move back home because I needed to have surgery. Like I didn't have nobody in Atlanta. I lived out there for 2 years and I just kind of made friends. I had some like distant family that I stayed with for a little bit until I got my own place and stuff. And so I came back home and I had my surgery. And then that's when my nephew died, baby Bash. And so I just kind of stayed. And then once we kind of got, past that or whatever, I started to get back into acting out here in Houston. Yeah. And so I started off doing the independent films out here with some of the people like Brandy Specs. And so, that's how I kind of got started out here. But then I wrote my first film, and it was kind of like the way I wrote it, I was trying to rewrite somebody else's script because I was like, this story is like just like your other one. I was like, you don't want to, add a little twist or, change up a little bit. And so he was just like, well, no, the company, they want to go with this route. So I'm going to keep it this way. And I said, okay, so I'm going to keep it for myself. So I just kind of like revamped it, gave it a new title. And that's how the Ring Widow was born. So it was never originally my idea, but, I learned a lot from that being my first film. Like I didn't know anything about being behind the camera, like even just simple things that I know now, like camera angles, the 180 rule, all of that stuff that a lot of people don't really understand. And it helped me become a better writer and director. And so now I think now I have out my 6th film that I was the writer, director, and a producer on. But I think I have probably about 22 projects that I've done total.
She lied.
It's like 22.
She lied,
How
y'all.
many is it?
I did my homework. I ain't been to school in a minute. And that's high school and college. So I went to go, I say, man, if I'm going to bring Denise Mone't up here, I say, I'm going to do a little homework. So I was like, okay, let me go to Google. I typed in your name.
Mm-hmm.
First, you was the first person that came up. Her name, I ain't even finished her name.
Yeah.
I say, damn. I say, she like that? I said, okay, let me just scroll down. So I did the scroll.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, one of them you had 26 movies.
It could be.
But I went on your
my IMDb.
Yeah, and you had 29. It had your writer credits, producer credits. It had her you got 6 films in coming up.
Yeah.
Like in production. Mm-hmm. I was on that.
Okay, well if we're counting films that's not even out yet, then I'm probably at a good 30.
Yeah, because I was looking, I was
because like, a lot of them are still coming out. Like I have 2 that's coming out in November. I have my Christmas movie, Rain for Christmas, that you were a part of. Yes, that's coming out in November. And also Who's Watching Us. It's a thriller, a babysitting thriller. So that's coming out in November. And then I think maybe later on, probably December or early January, this other one called Carmen and Magic is going to come out. And then next year, it's just going to be, they just about to start flowing. So
Kitty Hollow is next year?
Yes, Kitty Hollow is next year.
Ooh, yeah. All right, so with the 7 minutes, you ain't got any shout outs or somebody you want to shout out?
So So first off, I want to shout out my family because like my parents and everybody that helped support me to be able to chase this dream, I really appreciate them, especially helping me with my son. Like it takes a village and it's not easy to be a full-time filmmaker. I used to be a full-time teacher and I quit my job because, I started working with these people and they were like saying, if you're writing like this, we want you to write a script like every month. And I'm like, if I'm doing that every month, I'm gonna have to quit my job. And unfortunately that didn't work out. And then I got like in a really tight financial situation and I was going to go back to teaching, but it was just like, I don't know. So the opportunity came because I'm certified to teach math and I'm certified to teach theater.
Okay.
And so I was like, I want to do that. But the school districts that I was in, they said I needed to have a degree in theater, even though I was certified. So I said, maybe this is my sign.
What school district is that? We're going to call them out.
That's Fort Bend. Yeah. So they was like,
gotta do better.
They was like, you got to go back to school. I'm like, I'm not going back to school. So I said, maybe, this is just God telling me not to go back to teaching. But I'm not going to lie. I was on the fence. I was looking for jobs. I was like, this is a struggle, but really God made a way and my family helped me out. With my son and watching him, picking him up from school, so I can be on set and filming. And so now I'm just really, really grateful because I literally do this full time. Like it is providing for me. And that's such a blessing. So definitely shout out my family, my parents, my son. He is the cutest thing, and he just loves his mom so much.
He's smooth. He's a smooth cat.
Yeah. So
I say, man, look at him, man.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for kids.
Yes,
man.
He done been in like 3 of my movies, so yeah. So we started him early.
Yeah,
we started him early.
We got a child star in the building.
Yes, and even my family, like my aunt and them, my cousins and them, that's at the Ultimate Kitchen. They let me use the restaurant all the time.
So because you always promote the Ultimate Kitchen, and so I know Trey.
Okay,
so
that's my cousin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's my first cousin.
So this is crazy how small the world is.
Yeah.
So do you know Bella the Speaker?
No.
Do you know Aspen?
Aspen. She went to Hightower?
She went to school with you.
That name sounds familiar.
So
if
she's
it's the
Bella
one
the speaker.
yeah, okay,
So
okay.
she's the poet.
Okay, yes.
That is my sister-in-law.
What? Oh yeah, this world is small.
And Trey, my goddess, knows Trey.
Okay.
And so she was like, his real name. I was like, I don't, because I said I was going to the Ultimate Kitchen because you know how this film community hella small.
Yes.
So I was a part of Jalen Art's film.
Okay.
And he was at the Ultimate Kitchen. He was like, man, that's my bro and stuff like that. And I was telling him, man, I'm at the Ultimate Kitchen. I'm like, man, this is a cool dude named Trey. And it's crazy. I was talking to him and I knew his age and everything. And that was my first time meeting him.
Right.
And I was like, dang. And she was like, man, that's him. I was like, man, that ain't him. And she told me, I said, oh my God. I said, that it?
Yeah.
I said, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so his mom and my dad are sisters. So that's my first cousin, and they help me out a lot with supporting me. They always come to my premieres, and so I'm always promoting their restaurant. They let me use the restaurant in my movies, so I'm grateful to them. Y'all go to the Ultimate Kitchen. They open on Thursday through Sunday. Sundays, that happy hour and that brunch.
Hold on, happy hour. I ain't never.
Oh yeah, they have happy hour too.
So I seen, because I was watching, because y'all see the, you know how they be doing with the cameras and stuff like that. So I seen it. I was seeing. I'm like, damn, I mean, she messed with them tough. I said, it's crazy.
That's family.
Like, yeah, but I didn't even know that. But I seen it in your movie. I said, man, that's the Ultimate Kitchen. But before I even knew who you were,
yeah,
I was like, man, that's the Ultimate Kitchen. I'm like, I seen that. I'm like, I was in there filming, and to see that and see how hard y'all like rock with each other and to hear that on these. What are these chairs? Because normally I had a sofa.
Yeah.
In these chairs, new setup, y'all. It's like, it's very heartwarming to see like a community.
Yeah.
Like a union. Like we really missing that in our community.
We are, especially out here in Houston. I see it in other cities, especially in Detroit. They like
Detroit Fire.
They doing so much, and I'm excited because I sold one of my scripts to a director and writer out there, Rocky Black, and so in October they're gonna be shooting one of my movies. Ooh! So I'm excited. I'm gonna go out there and be on set and watch them bring my words into life. Yep. It's called The Ultimate Vendetta, and so they move fast, so that mug probably will be out before this year is up or something. Like they be moving so fast. Probably not the end of this year because we only got like 3 months left. So definitely at the beginning of next year though. So I'm excited for that one. I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I do got a question, right?
Okay.
Because we're gonna go all the way back. We're gonna go back in the timeline some more. Even though you touched on it already, we're gonna go back in the timeline. So you speak of your parents. So you grew up in a 2-parent household.
So my parents were married when I was younger, but they did get a divorce. And so now both of my parents are remarried. So I have a big blended family. I got, my dad is married with my stepmom, and then my mom's remarried with my stepdad. So we try to do blended family stuff, especially for the holidays or whatever. We really get together around the time with my nephew, like for his birthday and the day that he passed away for Bash Day, because they on March 29th, they named that as Bash Day in the city of Houston.
Ooh. Yeah. That one kind of hit home. Yeah. That's my solar return.
Yes.
Oof.
Yes. So we get together for things like that. But I did not grow up in the 2-parent household. I went 1 week at my dad's, 1 week at my mom's. So it was back and forth. And then when I got a little older, I ended up staying with my dad full time. And so I was, just always been a daddy's girl. But now as I'm older, me and my mom are a lot closer now because we wasn't as close when I was growing up. So it's just like, I'm grateful because like the way that they raised me, I wasn't really a bad child. I didn't really get in trouble a lot. I think the worst thing that I did was get this tattoo. My first tattoo when I was 16.
16?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Boy, my dad would have whooped my.
Oh yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So yeah, I remember getting that text and I was in 7th period watching that clock and my leg was shaking and I was scared to go home. I got
a question. So because I know when I got my first tattoo, I was 18.
Okay.
I was 18. I was in college. Of course, I did without my dad knowing. And it was for my mom. It was that my first tattoo was for my mom because she passed away when I was a senior. So I was like, I always had it covered up. Like I always covered up. So I always, and of course, I was wearing bigger shirts because a different time period, y'all.
I was wearing them tall tees.
So I was like this, and I was, had it covered up. So I was in college too. This is the crazy part. I'm still hiding it from my dad. So I was coming home. I've been in college, man. Athlete, track athlete in college, man. I'm always walking around with my shirt off, all wife beater.
Right.
So I'm not knowing.
Yeah.
I'm walking around the house, and I'm like, and I look to my left. I say, and he didn't say he didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh shit, I wonder if he seen it. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, snap God. And then so I ran to the back and heard him put a shirt on.
Yeah.
But he never told me anything about that.
See, my stepmom was going through, I think she was going through my things and read something in my diary or something like that. And she was like, I saw the part about tattoos and I just had to keep reading. And there's some more stuff to that story, but I ain't gonna mention that on here. Like all the stuff that hey, I got in so much trouble.
I'm about to say, until we get these major sponsors, you say whatever the hell you want.
But yeah, so that's probably like the worst thing that I did in school. I didn't really get in trouble. And so like my parents didn't really have to, worry about me with certain things. And like we had a trust, like my mom used to always tell me, if you're ever in trouble, just call me, no questions asked. So I didn't really have to like sneak and like hide and do stuff. And I think like now, like these younger girls growing up now, because especially if they got younger moms and stuff, like they treat them like they best friends and stuff, and ended up being wild and crazy. Like as a teacher, seeing the way the girls dress and they lashes and hair and nails.
Like you see it as a parent from yourself.
Yes.
Then you seen it as a teacher.
Yes.
And seeing it from those two different lenses.
Yeah.
You really get to see it because
it's a different generation, and so and I'm just grateful the way that my parents raised me because I didn't really get into a lot of trouble. Now my brother, on the other hand, it was almost we was raised in two different.
Hey, we not snitching. Like, we don't snitch on this podcast.
That was that boy there. But you know what? It's so funny because like a lot of people know my brother, just like a lot of people know my dad. And so like growing up, it was always, oh, you Snooky sister, you Snook sister. And I'm like, I'm the older sister. Like, or, oh, you Sebastian daughter. And I'm just like, oh, you know my dad? Like everybody knows
so you're the
them.
Oldest.
Yes. Well, I'm the oldest. So like me and my brother, we have the same mom and dad. So I'm the oldest with them. But I also have an older sister from my dad.
Before your mom.
Yeah. So I didn't meet her. I was 5 and she was 8. So so like all them years I didn't even know I had a sister. So I thought I was the oldest for the longest, But yeah, and then I have 2 younger brothers. So it's
So how old were you when you knew you wanted to be in film?
Listen, I was never trying to do film. I used to sing, but I didn't want to be a singer.
You can sing?
No, like I can hold a note. So I wanted to be a ghostwriter. I wanted to write. I was like writing music and stuff, and so that's what I thought I wanted to do. I wish that my parents would have put me like in vocal lessons and stuff because I probably would be like a artist or something.
So you have the capability to sing.
Yes.
If you have the right training.
If I had training, I would probably be a music artist. That's what I wanted to do. But like I said, I literally got into acting in college. Like I auditioned for a play, got the lead role, and that was the beginning of it. I had no idea that was something but I was always dramatic. I was always doing like talent shows, and like I was in theater in school, but it was just never like, this is what I want to do.
See, your story almost sounds like mine.
Really?
Yeah, because I did theater in high school, but I just took it as an easy A.
Right.
Like I didn't take it serious.
Right.
I did say because I never performed or anything in high school, like nothing. I was an athlete. We just did sports.
Right, I did sports too because I ran track. I played basketball.
What was your event?
I did the 4x1, 4x2, open 1, open 2. I was a sprinter.
So you never hit the 4?
Nah.
Oh, so you ain't hit a real race. You ain't hit a
that 4 was too long.
Nah, that 4 too. No, I ran all the relays. I triple jump, long jump.
I did do long jump and triple jump too.
Let's see. So I'm gonna get a little bit off topic. So in the track, right? Did you when did you start triple jump and long jump? Because I started like hella late.
Me too. Because honestly, so I ran track in middle school. I started track in middle school, so I was 7th grade, 8th grade, and then when I got to 9th grade, because I played basketball and track 7th grade, 8th grade, and 9th grade. But when I got to high school, like they had, the athletic class. And so the basketball coach, like, she was like very strict on, if you're not in my off season, you ain't playing next year. So I was like trying to debate if I wanted to play sophomore year, because I really wanted to go to track. So I didn't do it my freshman year. And then I didn't make the team sophomore year. So I ended up doing dance my sophomore year. And so after that, my junior year is when I got back into track. So and that's when I started triple jump and long jump. So I got into it late.
So you learned on the fly. Sound like me. I started in 9th grade.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it was junior year. But yeah, I wasn't disciplined enough to keep going, to go all the way through college or whatever. Like, if I would have stuck it out, like did it 9th grade, 10th grade, I probably could have got a scholarship, because my dad ran track too, and he was supposed to go to school for track, but he got my mom pregnant and had me, so that changed things. But I probably could have went to college and got a scholarship for track or whatever if I would have kept at it. So
okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Bash. And I was going to ask you, what was like your top 5 favorite movies that you filmed? So I already know what one is.
Yeah, number 1 is definitely Bash.
Yeah, so number 1, we already know.
Yeah.
So what is 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Okay, so I would have to say number 2 would have to be The Break of Dawn. And that's because that's also like, that's my catfish story. That's the one with Chantel Renee, the green dress girl.
Okay.
Yes. And so she's basically playing me. Now that story, that film, it is inspired by true events, but the whole movie is not true.
Hold on. You was the catfish girl in real life?
I was getting catfish. Yeah, so basically, if you haven't seen it,
I've seen that one.
Okay,
because it's crazy because you reposted her today. I don't know her name, but you was sharing it because she's doing classes. And
Denise.
Yes. Okay, great. I love her in your film.
Yes, like, she's basically the face of Purple Heart Production. Shout out to my girl Denise. Shout out to my girl Jaleesa. Those are my business partners. And so we've been working together with all of our films. And so Denise is like, she's in every single one of my films. She's literally going to be the face of Purple Heart.
Yes. I'm about to say, I've definitely seen it because I was looking at your films. I thought I watched like all of them, but I seen the ones you posted.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. And that's crazy. You saying you was catfish for real in real life.
Yeah. So basically somebody so I met the guy on Facebook, and we were messaging and everything on there, exchanged numbers. We was talking on the phone and texting. And then I was like, trying to FaceTime him, or, back then we was using like Uvu and all of that. Yeah. But he was like giving me excuses. Yeah, we was using Skype, like giving me excuses or whatever. And so like I started thinking that he was a catfish, but then he finally did. We was on Skype. We finally did Skype me, and he was, who he said he was. So I was just like, okay, he's real. So we kept talking, but we really still didn't even FaceTime or anything. And so I was getting over it. I was like, this is like, it's been almost a year. And so
hold on.
Yes. I was like, this has been almost a year
talking to somebody.
So when I tried to end it, he surprised me and came to Sam. He came to my college or whatever. And I was just like, oh snap, like you're here, you're real. And so so we kept it going, because he, I saw him or whatever. So he came to Sam. He also came to because when I lived in Atlanta, he came to Atlanta. Once I visited home in Houston, he came to Houston, and then he came back to Atlanta for New Year's. And that part, like in the story or whatever in the movie. So he came back, and I found this letter in his bag with some red lips kissed on it. And like, I read the letter, and this girl was just like, I'ma love you forever, blah, blah, blah.
So that was real.
All of that was real. And so she, so I was like, who is this girl? Blah, blah, blah. He tried to tell me that was some old high school love note.
Did you do the
all
neck
of that
thing?
all of that happened was real. But so then I got a phone call.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, my brother not cheating on you. He love you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, who is this? And he's just like, this is brother, blah, blah, blah. And when I tell you, my heart dropped, because it's been over a year. I know the person whose who I've been on the phone with. I know your voice. So when I heard his voice, I said, you sound just like him. He's like, well, that's my brother. We gonna sound alike. I'm like, nah, because the person that's here, I always told him, I said, your voice is so much different in person than it is on the phone. I said that to him all the time. And like he would switch his phone over from, like when he would come see me, he would have a, he was gone, he would have an iPhone. But when he came to see me, he had an Android. He'd be like, I got to switch my phone over or whatever. But it's because I never had his number. We never talked on the phone. We never text. So basically, whoever was catfishing me, he paid the guy whose pictures he was using to come see me so that he can keep it going.
But why he just didn't come see you himself?
Because he wasn't the person.
Hold on, was the dude ugly?
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know who catfished me still to this day. So yes, he was paying him. Like when he came to see me in Houston, when he came to see me in Atlanta, it's like, hey bro, I've been using your pictures to date this girl. Look, she want to see you. She want to see me, but I can't show up. So like, I'm talking about had to pay for flights, had to pay for hotels. We was going out to eat, going on dates, everything. He had to pay for all of this stuff. Cause it's like, why would this dude do all of that? So yeah, to this day, I still don't know who it is. So yeah, that story is based on true story. But the whole part, the ending, I obviously dramatized it. So you got to go watch it if you haven't seen the breakdown.
Definitely go watch it.
Yes, but yeah, so it really happened to me.
Oh,
and then
wow.
I was getting stalked. My social media got hacked. When I was supposed to be going on that flight, I went to the airport. They're like, your flight was canceled. I'm like, what? Like all of that happened. Like he hacked my iCloud. Like I was worried about my bank accounts. Like it got crazy. It got crazy.
See, I be telling people what y'all be seeing in movies be like happening like in real life. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that the Breaking Dawn is number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right.
Okay, so 3.
So let me see. 3, I would probably have to say. So we talking about movies that are out or just all of them?
All of them.
Okay, so number 3, I'm gonna have to say what's coming out is Rain for Christmas, just because it's different. I love thrillers. I'm trying to be crowned the plot twist queen.
Ain't gonna
like
lie.
I love that people don't predict my movies. Like,
actually, I did predict.
Which one did you predict?
The one where you was the killer.
The Ring Widow?
Yeah.
I mean I told you that wasn't my original story. But that wasn't my original script.
That one I was like, okay. I'm like, it's kind of leaning. I'm like, it's showing that it's kind of not her, but it was like me. I'm paying attention because I like to depict movies.
Yeah.
Like I'm one of them to be like, let me see if it's really gonna get me.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, The only one that made me mad is like when you shot my girl.
My girl Natoya.
Yeah, man, shout out to Natoya, man. That's my.
Hey, I love her. She's in The Ring Widow, Trade Secrets. That girl, she's
Trade Secrets. That's the one with the bank. When they were trying to fraud.
Yes.
Like, yes.
So that's a different storyline too.
Who was your part in that? I'm trying to remember because
I just played the receptionist when she came busting in there.
Because you used to be Stan Lee in it.
Yeah, so when yes, basically. So that's what I used to do. Like with my films, I always used to give myself a small cameo because when I did The Ring Widow, it was so stressful. It was so much trying to be. I was just a supporting role in The Ring Widow. I wasn't even the lead. But so it was so much. So I was like, man, I'm only gonna give myself a small part. So in Dirty 30, I just had a small part.
I seen Dirty 30.
Yeah, The Break of Dawn, I just had a small part. And Trade Secrets, I just had a small part. Bash was even a small part. It was a very significant role, but it was still a small part.
That's the one I have not seen yet.
You haven't seen Bash?
I haven't seen Bash.
Okay, so yeah, Bash, my character.
Because I know Ronson is in there.
Yes, Ronson, Denise. I flew out Denzel from Atlanta, and I flew out Sierra, Angelia from, well, she lives in Detroit now, but I know she was in LA at the time. So yeah, they flew out here and was a part of the film. So shout out to them for being a part of my film. Like, y'all just don't know. Bash is, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for Bash because that was my first, I was the EP on Bash and I distributed through Silverline Entertainment. So it's like all of me and I get to see 80% of that revenue from it. Like I don't got to share it with nobody. I ain't, because a lot of people like they go a long time before they start to see something from these films. So I'm just grateful that the film with my nephew is the film that's going to set me up to be able to EP my next film. You know what I mean? So now I just finished writing. The title is still like, it still isn't, it hasn't got to me yet. Like the script is done, but I'm like, I'm not feeling the title. So, but that's the next one that I'm trying to do, and I'm gonna be my own EP again. And so I'm just trying to let that be the domino effect. Like I turn this one in, let it make its revenue, take some out, save some, put some up for my son, pay my bills, and now we finna do another one and just keep going like that. So I'm grateful that Bash is the movie that is allowing me to do that. So yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I try to write where people don't predict the ending with my thrillers. So The Ring Widow was my very first one, but like with Dirty 30, like when we were at the table read, everybody was just like, shoot, did I do it? Who did it? Like as we were reading the script, nobody could figure out who the killer was until we got to the very end, and everybody was shocked. So
that one, because I forgot who I kind of thought it was, and I say nah. I'm like that seems a little bit too easy.
Yeah.
And I was like, And then when it came to be like it was an accident, I was like, it kind of made me mad because I'm like,
make you mad.
I say for real, because I knew the dude, like all the other stuff I knew because how he was stalking. I was
yeah.
So because it looked like it was towards him,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, it seemed a little bit too easy because when he came in, I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
And then he doing the stalking stuff and all that when going into flashbacks. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that's my goal. I try not to make the storyline so predictable, but people like, those type of storylines too. Like all of those, like the perfect wife and the stepmother and all of those type of films where you obviously know that the person is crazy. It's just more so you watching it for the storyline than more so the plot.
Yeah.
It's like no plot twist or whatever. So that's what I try to do. But Rain for Christmas is something different. It's a romantic comedy. So it's like we had so much fun filming that.
I'm so salty about that.
Like I'm like it's just funny. Like just being able to show my comedic side or whatever. So that's probably number 3 for me. So I'm ready for that one to come out. Number 4 is not even mine. I was just the producer and lead actress, but my shout out to my girl Jaleesa, because I haven't played a lead role in a minute. My first lead role was The Killing Secret. That's out on Tubi. So that was my very first lead role, and I did that with Blue Kimball. So shout out to him because he was very, very, he was cool because that was my first movie with my first love scene, and I was nervous. Yeah, my first one. Dive in that a little bit later. So he made me very comfortable, whatever. So that was my first lead role. So I hadn't played the lead in a minute. So next year coming out is going to be Through Sickness and Hell, and that is Jaleesa's. She was the writer and director. I was the lead actress, and I was the producer on there. So I'm excited for everybody to see that one.
That's the one you posted. You said you back doing the lead role.
Yeah, okay. And so the premiere for that one is at the end of this month on the 27th. It's on a Thursday, and it's sold out. But she did start a waiting list to see like if she can get some more people before she decides to upgrade to the bigger theater, kind of like how I did with Bash. Gotcha. So yeah, so I'm really excited for that. I'm ready for y'all to see that one because your girl did her thing. Okay. Yeah. And shout out to Daytwan. He played my husband in there and he killed it too. So
the short guy.
he's not that short. I mean, he's taller than me. So, but he was in Rain for Christmas.
I know, too. I remember. Yeah. All right, so Rain for Christmas because I auditioned for that. I got a role. I didn't see an email, but I had a show because it was a mix-up with that because I had a show because when I emailed y'all. Yeah. And it's like, damn. Because I knew that I was like, man, I know this movie gonna be like fire. Yeah. But I did get an extra role, so I didn't so I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you got. So I still got to be a part of it. Yeah, yes. I mean, it's a a love story, romantic comedy. Those Christmas movies where like. Yeah. How you're gonna know the ending. You're gonna predict the ending. It's not one of those plot twist type of films, but it's funny. It's fun. It reminds me of what is like Roscoe Jenkins almost.
Okay.
Welcome Home, Roscoe
Yeah,
Jenkins
yeah.
was like kind of with the storyline.
Yeah. When he coming home for for Christmas or whatever, I ain't seen the family in a minute. Yeah.
Because Roscoe Jenkins is one of my like favorite like comedy movies. Okay. Because like it's just so funny, and like Martin killed it, and then Said killed it. Yeah. Monique killed it. Yeah. Like every part was good. Yeah. And so that film, when I was seeing that, I was like, dang, I was like, man, remind me of that. And I'm like,
yeah. So I'm excited for that one. And I guess so now Dirty 30, I'm gonna say Dirty 30 as well. I'm gonna throw that one in there just because that was my first film that I EP'd. So I had took out a loan, and I basically, paid for the film, paid the cast and crew and everything, and then I had to pay myself back or whatever. So Dirty 30, I was proud of that one too, because it was my very first one that I EP'd and did everything myself. And that was, it's not easy doing a film. Like we shoot our films in like the shortest I've done is 6 days. And it's just, it'd be
that's
crazy.
A lot.
Like
you doing a lot in 6 days. Like
yes.
That's a lot. That's an all day thing.
Yes. And we still be making our 12-hour days. Like I know sometimes on some sets, they go over the 12 hours, we be working, but yeah, we still like remain within our 12 hours and whatever, and we getting it done. Like with Kitty Hollow, we did that in 6 days. We didn't go over 12 hours. One day we wrapped really early. I was mad too, because I had paid for that hospital and I paid for 5 hours, and because we started off somewhere, did a company move, and I was like, we was only here for 2 hours. I still got 3 more hours, y'all. Like I was kind of mad. Yeah, I was kind of mad, but I know it's gonna turn out really good. Like so I'm excited about that one. I wrote this basketball movie called Mo City High. That's one that I really want to do, but I know I'm gonna need a budget for it, because thinking about playing in the game, getting people that can actually play basketball.
Okay. Yeah. When is this one?
So I was trying to do it this year, but it's gonna definitely be next year. Okay. I had connected with some people. I went to this
Cause I can hoop.
Okay. Yeah, I went to and I I'm gonna get my boy Dakar. Shout out to Dakar.
I've never met him in person.
Okay.
But I've always heard his name around like people, and they always say he got like good energy.
Oh yeah. He's dope. And so he's in The Ring Widow. I was in his movie The Hooper. And he's also in this other one that I went to Sam with him too. It's called Spells. His name is Spells. And so he's in his movie Pigs or whatever. And so that one, really, really dope, really great message. He plays a lawyer in that one. So shout out to Dakari. I'm gonna definitely reach out to him when I'm trying to do the basketball movie. But I know I'm gonna need a bigger budget, because I want, people to be able to be in the stands, and so it can look, authentic at the basketball games and stuff. But it's almost like Bash. You got a couple of, people that's in the film. They got their own storyline, but everybody kind of tied together or whatever, with a powerful message at the end. So I'm like, I want to do more movies like that are more meaningful, and so yeah. So I'm probably gonna do it next summer, because I went to a basketball game on Monday to kind of like network, and I was like recruiting, because they was like, who are you here to see? I was like, I'm not here to see nobody. I'm like, I'm trying to recruit. I want to meet some people, meet some basketball players or whatever, because I'm trying to do this basketball movie. So I connected with some people, and so I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping for next summer. So yeah.
Okay, yep. Shoot, man. Let me get in the gym.
Mo City High. Shout out to Mo City.
We don't gangbang on this
That's
podcast.
Not gangbanging.
I don't know what she's doing. Like
that's not gangbanging. No, I'm from Mo City. That's how you throw up the Mo.
Okay. Allegedly. Allegedly. So, who are your inspirations in this field?
Okay. So, I know a lot of people hate on this man so much, but so I love Tyler Perry, and what I love him for is just the fact that he is giving so many people an opportunity. And I inspire to have my own studio and be able to make my own decisions. Like a lot of people are trying to go Hollywood, and honestly, I think I'm okay with staying independent, because we can make our own decisions. I don't want to be influenced by the negativity and the bad energy and all the, I had to do this to make it to this level. Like I don't want, I want to stay humble. I'm a Christ follower, so I love God, I love Jesus, and so I don't want to do anything to jeopardize my morals and my character, to make it to the level. So like I appreciate, the opportunities that he give people, and it just kind of inspires me to be able to do the same. Like I want to get my own studio, and I want to give people an opportunity to do this, So that's what I love about him. And like, I may not be a fan of all of his movies or TV shows, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody just have their preference of what they like. But just the way what he's doing for the Black community, I support that. I am a fan of Issa Rae. I love Issa. Like I heard about her saying like how she is thinking about going independent just because of how Hollywood and stuff treat Black people, and taking down our shows and not giving us the same opportunities, in films and stuff. And I'm just like, y'all got the resources and the money, like y'all could
Oh my
be
God.
independent. Like, come on. So like I'm hoping to be on their level but still do it independently. Like Angela Bassett, that's my girl. That's my everything. I love her. I watch just about everything that she's in, and she be directing and stuff. Shonda Rhimes, like I inspire to be those women, to be in a position. And what's so dope is like, because I know that I'm not, nowhere near where I'm gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I'm just starting out. But what's so dope is when I go places and people like, Denise Mone't. Like I'd be like, you know me? Like, so that's so cool. Like I was at academy trying to buy my son some shoes for soccer, and like this guy was like, you need help? And I'm like, I'm trying to find this size. And so he looked in the system, went and got the shoe for me. And as I'm walking off, he was like, so when you doing your next movie? I said, you know who I am? So that was pretty dope. Like one girl came up to me in Kroger. She was like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to stare at you, but are you Denise Mone't? So like that is like dope to me. Like just like people recognize me, or when I tell people what I do and then they be like, oh, I'm finna go watch a movie, and they actually go watch it and be supporting. Like I'm like, y'all just don't know. Let them ads play. That's how your girl get paid. Like let them ads play. So it's just really dope, to be like in the position that I'm in, and it's like it's just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to get on that level where I can work with Angela Bassett, if I can work with Issa Rae and work with these women that I inspire to be like, Ava and everyone. So it's like, yeah, it's only the beginning. I'm excited.
So one thing we do on this podcast, we do manifest our future.
Yes.
And so we speak things into existence. And I'm batting 100 out here. Like for real. I had my boy Dogster the Problem. Shout out Dogster. He did my artist showcase, the summer showcase. I'm gonna be doing another one, y'all. So stay tuned. But he said he wanted to open up some like Mexican OT. He said it on my couch.
Yeah.
And then like we were just talking about it. Next thing you know, I'm at Mexican OT private party. And I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he said that, and then he opened up for Mexican OT.
That's live.
So it's like, wow.
Yeah.
And so when I say that, like, you saying those names, man, say I'm going to work.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Whether, and I don't, in any capacity, whether it's, because I got cast in a movie that they're in, or I'm on set of a movie that they're in, or they are in a movie that's mine, you know what I'm saying? In whatever way God in whatever way God see fit for it, it's already done in his name. So I'm grateful, and I know it's gonna happen. And I'm just looking forward to the people that have been rocking with me, because it's not easy like to do this. We need each other. We need the help. We need the resources. And so I love like the people that come and be on my sets, like especially shout out to everybody that's been an extra in my film, because I know like, people doing this for free. That's how you love it. You know what I'm saying? Like we would love to be able to pay everybody what they deserve to be paid. People will say, oh, if it's Denise Mone't film, I'm gonna do it regardless. Like I know that I'm not paying what they should be paid, but I can't wait until I'm in a position to be able to do so. Them same people that was doing it for free, or doing it for little to nothing, or doing it for what I could afford to pay them, I want them same people to be there when I get that bigger budget. You know what I mean? I've always said that. And then just the people that have been helping me, that I've been learning from and growing from, who've been teaching me things, like who's taught me how to edit, and teaching me how to write better and just come up with better, stories, and being a better director and bringing out the talent in the actors and everything. Like, so the Houston community is so small, but it's like we really should come together more because we could be so much bigger. You know what I
Facts.
mean? So yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing where we're gonna be because I know that they're starting to do a lot more out here in
A
Houston. Like,
lot.
yes, like people are starting to build things. Like, I'm like, man, I wish I can't wait to build my studio. You know what I'm saying? That's
It's
what I dream
coming.
about. Yeah, that's what I dream about because I think about all the sets that we need. Like we need police stations, we need a courthouse, we need jail cells, we need, you know, classrooms and churches and all of these different sets that is so hard to come by. And it's like we limit ourselves with our writing because we don't have access to it. But it's like once we get to a position where there's a place in Houston that has all of that, man, we gonna be on fire. We'll be able to up our production value. You know, shout out to Chris. He's uh the um the CEO at the hospital at River Oaks, and like I'm just grateful to him that he allows us, you know, to rent out the hospital and shoot scenes at that hospital and everything like that. It helps with the production value, you know, all the restaurants that let us shoot at their restaurants or clubs and all of that. Like y'all just don't know how much y'all are helping us bring up that production value. But now we need access to like, you know, jail cells and courthouses, police stations, you know, stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to building a studio to be able to have all of that. So that's my goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we already went down the people that inspire you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you clearly want to work with them.
Yes.
So, what is a day for Denise Mone't? What does a day look like for you?
Like
Just
a
a
day in
normal
the
day.
life?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like we see you.
Mm-hmm.
Like we see you. But it just so the people could even know
Like
you
a
better.
normal
Like I
day.
know, yeah, like
Yeah. So if you didn't know, I am a single mom. So I have a 3-year-old son. So I literally get up at 6 o'clock every morning because his school is it's in Third Ward, and we live in like Manville, Rocheron area.
mm-hmm.
So that 288
Damn.
traffic, yeah, I have to get up at 6 because I have to get him there by 7:45 every day. So we get up at 6 in the morning. We do our morning routine and getting him dressed, and we make that drive and we listen to our music. He likes country music.
Shout out.
I play that a lot for him, and it's probably not an appropriate song, but
What
the
song?
song Tipsy, uh it's like everybody's in the bar getting tipsy. You
So
know the song?
he stole Jay Quan. Wow, y'all just let it rock.
So that song, it's the song someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey.
Okay,
Then me
okay.
and Jack Daniels got a history.
I know that song.
Yes, yes. So like when we get in the car, he be like, "Mom, play Tipsy, play Tipsy." I'm like, "Don't be getting to school saying that," you know what I'm saying? But like I play a lot of country music and I play a lot of R&B music, so that's what we listen to, you know, in the car on the way to school. And so we get to school, and then me, if I'm not filming, I'm editing, I'm writing. And so right now I'm currently editing 2 projects. I'm editing Kitty Hollow Killer, and I'm editing Jaleesa's film, Runaway of Shadows. So after I take him to school, I'll go to the gym. I've been working out consistently. You know, I said, if I'm going to be a leading lady, I got to look the part. So I started working out. So I go to the gym, I come home, shower, make me some breakfast or like a parfait or something, and I get in the
She
lab.
make a fire parfait.
Oh yeah,
Right?
them parfaits be hitting.
You know, I was on her set, Kitty Hollow. Remember, y'all gonna go check that out.
Yes.
And so I was like, man, perfect. I was like, okay.
The breakfast too, though. Like that's probably really the reason that people come back to my sets is because I make the homemade breakfast for them and the
so I do got
homemade
a
meals.
question.
Yeah.
So I seen what you posted on your story.
The enchiladas.
Yeah. So my thing is, why was none brought here?
I could have brought you a plate. I definitely could have brought you a plate.
It had to been either vegan or chicken.
Oh yeah, yes. Okay. Well, no, it wasn't vegan. It wasn't vegan. But for sure. Yeah, because I was vegan for a little bit. I think I went like 8 months.
See, I went a whole year without eating meat.
Yeah.
And so I want to get back to that right now. It's just like
Man, listen,
Like
I
it's
love my
hard.
seafood. That's my weakness. My seafood is my weakness. I know a lot of people like, how you eat that stuff? Listen, mind your business. All right,
She
mind your
said,
business.
"Mind your business."
But yeah, so I get to editing. That's what I'm doing. I'm editing. And what I love is the freedom that I have to, because I work for myself now. Like I could not see myself going back to working for somebody else. So shout out to all the entrepreneurs out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy, but I know that you wouldn't want it any other way. You know what I mean? Just working for yourself, being able to control your life, being able to get up and go when you want. You know what I'm saying? I just came back from a cruise. That was so much fun. That was my first time going by myself on a solo trip. I was a little nervous.
Hold
'Cause
on, no.
I didn't go with nobody.
So no family.
Mm-mm. No friends, no nothing. I was standing zigzagging that line. Everybody kept asking me, who are you with? Who are you with? It's just me. It's just me. And at first I was leery on saying that because I was like, I don't want people to know that I'm on here by myself
Yeah.
and then somebody try something. But, everybody was just so cool. Like, they were just so cool because everybody's here just to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So I was mingling, I was partying, I was dancing. I met, this group of guys. They was really cool. They were military, and ironically, when they were out there in Killeen, as they were going through their, I guess, whatever you're going through when you're in the army or whatever, on the military base, is the same time that I was out there teaching. So it's just like, how the world is so small, how you can meet somebody and y'all are in the same place, but you don't even know it. And then here you are meeting them years later, and it's just like God's divine timing, like when you're supposed to meet people, you know what I mean? So I just thought that was crazy. So I connected with them. They was like looking out for me because I'm like, I am a woman on here by myself or whatever. So like I hung out with them a lot. We was turning up, they had the club on the cruise.
Yeah, I was looking at it because I'm going on a cruise next year. My
Okay.
first one.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. So you gotta get you like some shirts that say, this is my first cruise, or you can like, I'm getting shipwrecked, or
See,
all
I don't
that
know if
stuff.
I'm gonna, because I do that.
Yeah,
So,
make you a shirt.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I might make me a shirt of just like some shit like this.
but yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. I recommend getting if you're a drinker, I recommend getting the drink package. You're not a drinker?
I'm not a drinker. Like
okay, well then no. Cause see, the drink package is like $350. But guess how much money I spent? I spent $6.
You spent $600 on drinks?
Yeah.
So all the time you was over there?
Yeah. Just swiping my card, like getting the drink. So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely getting the drink package next time. So yeah, but I had a good time. Hold
on, $600 on drinks?
Mm-hmm. I was in there for 5 days.
So whenever you want to buy some Tipville, and if you want to spend $600, we can get your whole production right.
I was just, when you go on vacation, I wasn't. Have fun. Yeah, so I wasn't even thinking about it until the end. Like when I saw the bill, and it was about $700 because I did also. One night I ordered like the steak and lobster, and that was extra, and then I did get the seafood boil, so that's extra too. But the rest of that was alcohol. So, and that's not counting what I spent off the boat. That was just on the boat. But I had a good time.
God damn.
So you're gonna love it. Just who you going with? You going with friends, family? Okay, cool. Yeah. So at least you gonna know people on there. But that was my first time going on a solo trip. Now I do want to like fly out of the country, but that's what I'm really nervous about, flying out of the country by myself, because it's like on a cruise, everybody in the same place. Yeah. So it's not too many places you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Even when you get off the boat, it's like the port. Everybody is there. So unless you just kind of like take a taxi and go off, and I didn't do that because it's just like somebody could really kidnap me if I did that. So I didn't do that. I just stayed local, where everybody was. So it's easier with a cruise. But if I like fly out somewhere, I literally am not going to know anyone. And it's not like everybody flying out to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm nervous about that. But everybody say, girl, take that solo trip. They was like, I done been to Italy. I done been to Germany. I done been here and there and everywhere. So it's a goal of mine. My birthday is in February, so that's. Oh yeah, I forgot you were a Pisces. I am a Pisces. Water sign. Yeah, so that's something that I have been pricing and praying about. This, because that's something I'm probably gonna do for my birthday. Probably go on a solo trip, because I mean, I'm single. I'm not dating nobody, so I wouldn't go with somebody. And then like family, it's kind of hard to get them to, to go on, trips. Everybody don't have the same time. Yeah, everybody don't have the same schedule. People be working and stuff. So yeah, so that's probably the plan, to take this solo trip for my birthday next year in February.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Denise Mone't, as y'all heard, fellas, she's single. So, normally I would have a game where you can just me and my guy just made it up, and it's with cards, but I don't feel like going to go grab them cards.
Okay.
So, but whoever wins, they get to ask a person a question.
Okay.
So we're gonna do rock paper scissors.
Okay.
I'm not going to purposely win because I'm pretty sure I can win every time because I'm like that in rock paper scissors.
Okay.
But whoever wins get to ask the other person a question, and they have to answer truthfully.
Okay.
So you ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, got him. 1, 2, 3, got him. Oh, she got me!
I don't even know what to ask.
They never know what to ask me.
Yeah.
And they be having free range, which is crazy.
I don't know. I don't know what to ask. Let me think. Anytime, you got to answer truthfully. Yeah. Okay.
I ain't got to lie. I ain't got to lie, Chris.
What do people normally ask?
They can ask anything. You literally it's a boom.
Open.
The open book.
Yeah. Okay. Well, tell me your deepest secret that nobody really knows.
Deep secret that nobody really knows.
That's something that you haven't told. Something that you haven't told anybody. That's something that you like.
I'm about to say the only person I'll tell everything to is the goddess. So she pretty much know everything. So what does the world don't know?
Yeah, tell me something that the world doesn't know about you.
That only people that's close to me probably know. I don't watch them anymore, but I was because I want to be in it. But soap operas. Yeah.
You watch soap operas?
Man, what? Boy, Victor.
Is that supposed to be embarrassing?
I guess for me as a man Victor Newman. Boy, I was supposed to be Neil Winter's son.
Yeah.
I literally said because I was man, it'd be cool if I because I watch the soap operas, and even though every year it's the same freaking storyline.
Yeah.
Literally that's why I stopped watching because it's bro, it's really the same thing. I'll just spread it out months. It's damn near I can probably kind of pick how it's going to happen every time. Somebody's going to end up in the hospital, in a car wreck or some shit.
Very dramatic.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes. Telenovelas.
Yeah. And so, I enjoy soap operas.
Okay.
And I
probably would have never guessed that.
I actually met one of the lead actors. I was coming out of the country, from The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam. I met him at the airport, and I knew exactly who he was. Nobody really knew him.
Yeah.
And I was I said, "You're Liam from The Bold and the Beautiful."
I don't even know what that is.
Again, they short.
But you know what? Male actors they're normally short.
I've noticed in this community, I'm looking at the actors. I'm actors.
The average male actor is 5'7".
Yeah, they some short folks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because the average woman is 5'1", 5'2", so that.
Is it?
Yes. In film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in film. So that's why it's if I'm 5'1", but I'm acting my scene partner is freaking 6'4". It's I'm gonna have to stand on the apple box every time.
That was something different that I seen. And
when we filmed, yeah.
I said, hold on, what? I that's real?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
That height difference. I'm over here looking up and that.
You ready to go again?
You best 2 out of 3?
No, it ain't best 2 out of 3. It's just whoever wins.
Okay.
Yeah, then you get the ask question. 1, 2, 3. I'm out of here, man. I told you I'm not playing now. All right, so you mentioned a sex scene.
Yes.
She mentioned the sex scene earlier, y'all. So, how was that process? Because if you ever audition for a film, she put out the disclaimer that you have to be comfortable with sex scenes.
Yeah, because I really don't write them in my films that much because I don't want to make people uncomfortable. But if there is something in my film that I know people be uncomfortable with, there's a sex scene, or kissing, have to be comfortable with kissing, or even roles that people don't normally like to play, like if it's a rape scene, or a lot of people don't want to play the role where they are either the rapist or being raped. So I like to put those disclaimers out there. So yeah.
So your sex scene. So you said he made you comfortable.
Yes.
So did you have to get like fully nude
No.
and stuff like
No.
that? Like, how does it work?
So okay, so for that one, because there are two scenes in the we did it twice, but they played
So y'all
one
did
of
it
them
twice.
But they played one of
Wow.
them. They played one of them twice. So it seems like there's 3 sex scenes in the movie. So the first one, we were in the bed, and I had on bottoms, and I put on a tube top. So like the blanket was pulled up. So giving the illusion that I am naked, even though I'm not. And then for him, obviously he had bottoms on too. So the bed is a lot easier. Now the other scene was a shower scene. That was a lot more difficult, but I had on swimsuit bottoms. And so at first I had on like the pasties or whatever. And so like I had on like it covered the front for when like I was facing the camera or whatever. But then like I would just kind of press my chest against his, like when they did, showed my back. So you only really saw, like, because we were hugged up really tight. So I never really revealed anything. But you do have to, that's why you have to be comfortable with your scene partner, because in moments like that, they could see things or whatever. And it's like being professional or whatever. And so that was my first, I haven't done a sex scene since then. And it's not because for me personally, I would rather not. Especially like because now that I'm a mom and stuff, I want to be able to do films that my kids can see and not be tripping like oh my god, I seen your mom naked, like when he gets older in school. Like I think about those things, but I try to make people comfortable in films. If I write it in there, then it's like implied, like they making out leading up to it or whatever. Now in some movies, they do be completely nude. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they want to show, like they show nudity, they'll show breasts, and I've seen it. We've seen it in these Tubi movies or whatever.
This
like,
and
that. Yeah. So so they'll show or whatever, and it's like just whatever the talent is comfortable with doing. If you're not comfortable with it, of course, they're not gonna make you, do anything you're not comfortable with. I mean, that's an opportunity to ask to get paid more, I guess, if you're willing to show nudity or whatever. And like I be seeing those comments in like those Tubi groups or whatever, and they say, "Oh, they must be really having sex." Yeah, they have the Tubi groups on Facebook, and so like
people do too much.
But that's how we promote. We promote the movies in the groups and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and so but the people on there are like, oh, these sex scenes look a little too real, or they was really having sex. Like I've never seen that before, so I can say that I've never seen any movie or been in any movie that anybody had a real, like, really had sex in the movie. So, but I mean, if they're completely naked, because what I've been told is that when they are completely naked, they cover up like with a sock, or they put something cover themselves up.
Because I've seen Power, and I'm like, whoa, bro. Like I be like,
they're covering themselves up in some type of way, but the women are not.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like, because I'm like,
yeah. Oh. So it's just whatever you're comfortable with doing. So yeah, with mine, I had on a tube top and I had on bottoms, and then the shower I had on swimsuit bottoms, and then I had the pasties like covering up. So, it's just whatever you're comfortable with. But I try, like I said, try not to write it in my movies if it's not necessary. Because to me, it's like if there are certain movies where it's like it goes with the storyline or whatever. But the audience can imagine, like if we're making out and headed to the bedroom, you obviously know what we're about to do. We don't have to show it every time. So that's just me personally, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
One
more round?
Come on.
Okay.
Told y'all I wasn't gonna be playing like. All right. What question do I have for Miss Mone't?
A lot of people don't know that Mone't is my middle name. So Denise Mone't, Denise Mone't. So a lot of people are like, that's your real name? Yes, it is. Denise Mone't. Mone't is my middle name.
My thing, all right. So I've seen something, because you said you've never been to a football game.
No, I have not.
Fellas.
Not an NFL football game. No.
So she's never been to an NFL football game. Why in the hell do you like the Saints?
So my family my dad's side of the family is from New Orleans. Like I, grew up out there and been out there a lot. So we're Saints fans, and even though like I don't watch football like that, it's yeah. So, but if I'm gonna watch a team, I'll watch the Saints and I'll watch the Texans just because I'm gonna live in Houston.
So you need to switch that. You need to watch the Texans and you watch some Aints.
Not the Aints, but yeah. So I don't know if you saw that photo shoot I did for my birthday, and I had on the Saints jersey.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
Did I like that picture?
Probably did.
I was about to say it was just cause support.
Yes. But I would love to go to an NFL game. I've been to basketball games because I do out of all the sports. So track is my favorite sport. Like I like to watch the Olympics, and I used to like go to Texas relays and stuff like that. But then it would probably be basketball. So like I'll go to basketball games, and yeah, I actually understand the sport because I played, so I can follow it. Yeah. Football, it's like, I mean, I understand like the goal, like, you know, touchdown and the basics of it or whatever, but I don't be up in there getting all hyped about it like everybody else. Oh
nah, so you what? I gotta make a Houston Texans skit. Like me and my daughter just did something quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to like before all this crazy. I was like, I think I was like, bro, I was before my time, honestly. Cause I used to do skits back in the day. I used to do Texan skits like back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn.
I like doing skits. Now that me and my son be doing them now, so he's starting to show me his little personality. So I'm gonna try to do more stuff with him. And he just started playing soccer, so I'm excited. I get to be a soccer mom. I get to be a soccer mom. At least
you got the snacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that mom. Be that mom with the snacks, extra waters. Yep. So he loves it, and it's crazy because he really just kind of naturally, like, I just gave him the ball and got him the shoes and stuff, and he was just going. And so we went. He had his first practice yesterday, so he was
man, shout out
so
to
proud of him. So I'm excited. He's only 3. He's so little because he was a preemie. He came 2 months early. Yeah. Well, I had to have him 2 months early because of the stress and stuff that I was going through while I was pregnant.
I'm about to say you had
preeclampsia.
Preeclampsia. Mm-hmm. See, my youngest son, he was early too.
Yeah. And so he was in the NICU for 45 days. Yeah. And so, but they was never worried about him. He was like, I call him Michael Strong because he was fighting like there was not a time where they were ever really worried. It was me that they were worried about. Like I was dying.
Really?
Yeah. Like it was like my organs and everything was like shutting down. Like they were trying to get an IV in me. They couldn't do nothing. They was like, we got to deliver this baby. It was so scary. It was so scary. And then with the epidural, like I kept shaking. Like I couldn't be still. So I was nervous that I was going to be paralyzed when they was doing the epidural and everything. Like I remember I moved. It was just so scary. It was so scary. But, you know, I think like now if I ever did have another kid, like I know, like, you know, I want to make sure that's why I've been like, you know, just even though I'm not preparing for a baby or anything like that, but just getting in shape, you know, eating better, just having your body right, you know, and making sure that you're doing things before that time, you know. So if I ever do, you know, meet the right one and settle down again, you know, and this God decides to have a baby, I don't know, but I think I'll be good with my little one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we in the final stretch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're in the final stretch. How would you describe yourself?
So people that know me personally, like I would like very, very goofy. I play all day. Like that's like my personality. I'm busting out with movie quotes, singing randomly, random dances. Like I'm just like the personality that I have. Like I love the people that are around me that match my energy, because like I couldn't be around somebody who is just, you know, people that are introverts or, you know, kind of just laid back or whatever. They probably would be looking at me like I'm crazy.
So you're an extrovert?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm an introvert.
Yes.
They don't even seem like it, but I am.
Yeah. So, but some people, like, even if you're an introvert, it's not like, you know, when you see an extrovert being themselves or whatever, you know, you just let them do their thing. Cause you know, you could, like, if you are not compatible with certain people and they kind of like bring you down just because you have your energy up so high, you know what I'm saying? As long as, you know, you're letting me still shine and let me still be me, then cool. But some people it's just like, oh no, they be doing too much. Yeah, they be doing too much. Like, so yeah, like I'm very like I'm probably I'm a whole disability chick. How crazy I am. Like just like silly, goofy, like
It's a whole disability check. Oh my god.
the jokes and everything. Like, yeah. So, but it's me, and I just like to have fun, and like even when I'm hanging out with my friends and with my family, like when we get to drinking and turning up and partying and stuff, like they right along with me on that line on that spectrum, like
Gotcha.
just silly and
It's in the
goofy.
DNA.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. We do a little something, something.
So, one, what word would describe you?
Mm,
Like, what word would you use to describe you?
I would have to say energetic.
Energetic.
Yeah, like mom, like if you don't see me being my laughing, bubbly, energetic self, then something is wrong. And like my mom, she get on my nerves. How she know that stuff? She be like, I know my child. What's going on? What's wrong? You know what I'm saying? But like, cause like 9 times out of 10, unless I'm just like, if I'm working or focused, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm in the zone. But like just on the regular, like if I like my mom spent so much money on braces. Like I'm always smiling. I'm always smiling. So it's like even like when I'm just going places, whatever. Like people would think I'd be flirting with them, and I'll just be like, I'm
Oh,
just funny.
so
Pisces.
yeah, so it was right. So
I'm like, we don't be doing that. Nah, people do be thinking that I be flirting with them a lot, and I just be laughing or making jokes or just smiling. It's just like that's just my personality.
it's just
Like,
a natural thing.
yeah, but I mean, like I try to be nice to people. I have a hard time like rejecting people. So like I try to like I've had to learn that I needed to be like more bold and upfront about like I'm just not interested, because a lot of people do like try to shoot they shot or come at me or whatever, and I just be being too nice. I be being too nice. So I'm kind of learning like stop being so nice, girl. Like, but that's just my personality. I'm a very nice person. I'm not confrontational at all. Like I really just be chilling. And so like if you didn't got me there, then you must have really done something. Like so, but yeah.
Okay. Last and final question.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give someone that's coming up in this industry?
Okay. So depending on what you're trying to do, especially like if you're trying to get into acting, I would say, get into some classes. Find you a photographer to get you some good headshots. And when I say headshot, like I mean literally your head. You can get some full body shots too, but when talent agents and casting directors, they want to see your face, they want to see you looking natural as you can, especially like with women, they wear a lot of makeup and stuff, in their pictures, and sometimes you don't really look like that on a regular. Like if you see me, like I don't have on no makeup right now. I don't wear makeup a lot. I
Hand
only
clap.
I
No,
only I only wear makeup like for the occasion. I wear it to a premiere or
really?
yeah, I put on but my makeup still be just natural. Like I don't know how to like do like the full beat face or
It
whatever.
don't even, you don't need
So and when you're taking your pictures, try to look as natural as possible. Try to look like yourself. Doing pictures where you want to show, if you want to play a doctor, you want to play a lawyer, you want to play, a businesswoman or whatever, like taking different pictures to show those different characters that you can be. Go to these networking events, go to premieres, volunteer on sets, go be an extra, because that's how you network and meet people, and that's how your next opportunity can come. They have a lot of events out here. I know that there's going to be a film festival next month in October. Bash is in that film festival, and we're being honored and everything. And so I'm excited about that. So, like, if you need to, just go to these events, meet people, network, so that you can find your next opportunity, whatever it is, whether it's you want to be an actor or if you're trying to be behind the camera. Especially like people reach out to me all the time, about coming on set. I'm always looking for interns, people to shadow. Whether you want to shadow the DP or you want to shadow me as the director, or you just want a PA because you just want to be on set. So just take those opportunities to do that. That's what I would say. And put yourself out there. Like, I'm starting to learn to do more content and taking more pictures and just showing my personality more on social media. So use it to your advantage. Like, I'm starting to get paid for it now, so it's like, why not?
See, I already been like monetized, but of course people got to buy like them stars and shit. So I'm like, but I'm also too, you know, starting to like put more content out there, and I'm having fun doing it.
Right.
Because it's just like, it's literally like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I've got videos in my phone that I've done like days ago.
Yeah.
And stuff. So have you seen my country boy? I'm a country boy.
Yes.
So I got that, and then now I'm starting, and I'm actually going somewhere kind of with this. If you've seen, is like Stand With You Like Your Mom Over 30 and stuff like that. So I'm doing stuff like that, and we're releasing another one today.
A lot of relatable content.
Yeah, relatable content, and it's gonna be having like I'll be having like hidden messages into my stuff.
That's what's up.
So, but yeah, I appreciate you because this was a wonderful interview.
Yeah,
this has been supposed to going down, but life
be lifing.
Life be lifing. And this is like a great opportunity to start off my podcast again. I said, man, I gotta have somebody like that's impactful.
Appreciate that.
And like an inspiration. Because you are inspiration. You're a walking inspiration.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the single mothers, because I know that's a hard job.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up that way. Grateful for that. But your family, it looked like your family always had your back. Even though it like they split, you still had your mom. Yeah. You still had your dad.
Yeah. And now I have bonus parents, like my step parents. They, you know, it's like they've been in my life for so long. And it's just, I'm just glad that I have such a big family to, you know, help and support. Even my grandparents, like my mom's mom is still alive. My dad's mom is still alive. And so they're always supporting me and just, you know, talking about me. They're so proud of me. My aunts and uncles, like, I have a big village. It's not just my parents, like everybody, even my cousins, even the ones that don't even live here. Like, we a big family on both sides of my family, so I love it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
And that's the word of the day. I said I have one. Actually, I do. Even though you've been saying you're grateful, we've been hearing that. I did want to say, what are you grateful for? Because that's normally one of my things I ask.
Yeah.
What are you grateful for?
I would, like I said, been saying, family is first. So I'm grateful that I am here still to this day to be able to do what I do, because, you know, tomorrow's not promised.
Facts.
You know, and we're losing so many people every day, like so many influential people. So it's like you don't know, you know, when your time is up. So I'm just grateful that I'm here. You know, I'm trying to live my life right so that I can leave a legacy for my son and just be able to show my family, like, this is why I'm doing this. So yeah, that's what I'm grateful for.
All right. So, y'all, this was the Just a Tip podcast with the lovely, smart, intelligent, beautiful Miss Denise Mone't. And it's your boy, Tip-tastic. Shout out to 1989 Dreams, Urban House Studios, and Harold J. Trotter. Make sure y'all go see Black Boys Cry in September 26th and 29th. Black Boys Cry, September 26th and 29th. I promise you, it's something you want to see. Men and women, mostly women, so y'all can understand us black men better. But come out there and see us. Peace, love. Hey, Grease. We are out. Thank you.
That was dope.
Oh my God, did it not? Storage is full. When did it stop?
That was the recording?
Yes.
Okay.